So again, I am at the Tahara factory with many things to show you guys, but they actually let me into a special showroom here where you can see the original Lexus LS. This is what started Lexus as a brand. This is the whole beginning of Lexus as a special brand for Toyota. And this is the original LS400 back from 1989. I think it was introduced in 1990 model year. And I'm just taking a look at it. And I know that they restored this to perfection, but I was trying to figure out the actual manufacturing quality of the 1990 LS400, and I'm blown away. Because look at the gap. I don't have my tools with me right now, but if you look at it, that's less than 3 millimeters. I can tell just with my eyes here that it looks like 2.6 or 2.7 millimeters. Everything lines up, all the gaps also perfectly aligned. Same here, this looks like about 2.7 millimeters. This one looks a little bit wider, maybe 2.8 or 2.9. And this one about the same as well. And then right here by the trunk, this also, that looks almost like a 2.5 or 2.6 millimeter. There's no Lexus model in today's modern age that has anything close to 2.5 or 2.6 millimeter. That's just unheard of. But they obviously took their time to make sure that this original 1990 LS400 was more than perfect, was the best car in the world, is what they aimed for. And again, if I run my finger here, the quality of the alignment, the fit and finish, how everything lines up, oh my goodness. You won't find a car in today's age better built than this 1990 LS400. I still remember at the time I was working for another car company, and it was such a huge deal when this came out, because no one knew that Lexus, or rather Toyota, could produce something like this, and they weren't sure if this will truly become a serious threat to the established brands from Mercedes and BMW. But I'm also looking at the plastic components here, and yeah, look at that. It's just perfect fit and finish. There's no gap. Everything lines up. Sure, it looks a little bit outdated, but quality is perfect. So yeah, I mean, in just a short time, Lexus has become a brand of choice, overtaking many of the established brands, overselling and having a larger market share than many of the other established brands as well. And it has its own character. It's not German, it's not Italian, it's Japanese, but with a slightly different twist. And that's probably what makes Lexus so special. And I'm very proud to have owned many different Lexus models over the years. And I remember them talking about different switches. Oh, this one's a little bit loose here, but making sure all the switches have a certain feel to it, and the buttons. And you guys know that I bought a 2004 Lexus SC430 recently, which shares many components with this era of the LS. So I can kind of see that happening. And I also remember them talking about these things you can, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to open all this thing here. Here, these ashtrays and stuff all open, close perfectly. The fit of the parts, there's no gap over here. Yes, it does look a little bit worn out because this is just a floor model here, but all the parts, the texture of the plastic looks still amazingly well built. This is one of the most special cars in the history of Lexus, because this is what put Lexus on the map. Let me check the back. It looks like this car was actually used. I don't think this was the showroom model. This is an actual car they were using, and they fixed it up. So you can tell it's being used. I don't know what the mileage is on this car. And it's still comfortable in the back, still lots of space. Paint job looks really good too. And I know there is also a new LS. So let's take a look and compare to the new LS at the back here. That's a LS500H. We lost the V8 engine some years ago, and the car looks different. You also represent a different value and different positioning, but the quality is still fantastic. Look at the paint job, has clearly improved so much versus the original LS. gap is actually a little bit wider, which is typically the case. That thing is a little bit unusual in the sense that it's so narrow, but this is still about 3 millimeters, so still world class. And I can't quite get over the paint job. This thing looks like a mirror finish, perfect paint. And the gas cap cover also fits perfectly. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous car. This is probably the showroom model as well, but this is the new LS, that's the old LS. Regardless of which version of the LS you see, they both represent the same kind of a feel. The feel we get when you look at Lexus, because it's just filled with not just luxury feature, but filled with quality, filled with the Takumi's emotion. Takumis are the people who have 20, 30, 40 years of experience building these cars, and you can feel their emotion, you can feel their passion going to the car to create the most quiet, most refined vehicle for the world. And that's what Lexus stands for. So I'm really happy to be here at the Tahara factory. This is a bit of a side video I wanted to create about the LS, the original and the new. But there's a lot of stuff coming your way about Lexus at the Tahara factory, and I'm going to tell you about the production system. So keep an eye on my channel. There's so much to share with you. For now, I'm signing off for now. Thank you so much.